Hey guys, and welcome to PlaneFarm. I'm Daniel Butcher, and today I'm just going to talk to y'all about what it's like, living on a place like this. We've got 80 acres, and we've got some cows, and we've got one thing that's a little different. We've got a runway here. Doesn't really look like the traditional runway like you expect. It's a grass runway, and it's pretty much just straight pasture we take off out of. We've got an airplane. It's an old Cessna, and we've got kind of an unconventional house here. If you look behind me here, you can kind of see it. It's actually an airplane hangar with a house off the side of it. It's kind of like your barn dominiums that you normally will see people going after, but it's just got a lot bigger barn on it. And actually, if you look here, what we started out in is still here. This is a tiny house. And it's about 200 square feet. It's not much space to live in, but we've actually started out living in that for 4 years. When we first got married, we bought this place, and there was nothing out here. It was just open pasture and quite a bit of junk, and we've been continuously working on it since then. And it did have this little old barn, and it's pretty run down, but it does the job. We've built a little chicken coop into that, and we've built up some cattle. You can see them here eating. We've got a few other critters running around. And the purpose for this YouTube video and this YouTube channel is I'm gonna show y'all, just the stuff I do kind of on my free time. Always working on, some sort of a new project. And so, we're starting to wrap up this house project. It's been about 18 months, I think, that I've been working on this, and never built a house before this other than, well, the tiny house. And it's all been kind of a learning curve, but I really like how it's coming together. And we're moved in now. The inside's pretty well done, and I'm waiting on a few last pieces for the hangar. I've got a hangar door on order, and it's taken a long time for it to ship because of all the mess with COVID that's caused in the whole, manufacturing processes and materials and all. And I need to do insulation on this and electrical, but other than that, the building's done. And so I'll show you all when the door comes in. I'd like to do a video on that, kind of show you the whole process of installing it. I haven't found a lot of good content showing how those doors go in, and it's a pretty interesting door. It's a full single panel hangar door, and it's going to fill this entire space here, which is 42 feet wide, and I think it's really going to be neat. And so we've got a little lean-to on the side here, just for parking trailers and hay, all that kind of stuff under, and then pasture out here. We've got a pond across the fence. It's kind of empty right now, but I'll show you guys the airplane here. This is kind of the whole purpose of PlaneFarm. We've got a plane, we've got a farm, so this is the plane. And it is a 1960, I believe, Cessna 172. And about everybody that's dealt with small airplanes has seen a Cessna 172. This is a really early one. We have a ton of fun in this thing. We go, flying around different places around the whole country. We've flown to Oshkosh several times, been out to Florida. We've even flown in Alaska. We've not flown our airplane to Alaska, but we took a trip up there and actually did seaplane training in Alaska, and that was just an awesome experience. But me and my wife, we're both pilots, and we just have so much fun in this thing. I also am an aircraft mechanic, and so I'm hoping to pick up some more projects here along the way and maybe show some videos on that. I'd like to to work on some different aircraft and kind of show y'all, as I learn, what that's like. Also, the recent addition here has been, I've got a couple of tractors, and so this is an old Kubota tractor I've just recently purchased, and been doing a little bit of work on it right now, trying to fix a few things. I may show some videos on that, I'm not sure. And I've also got a little bit newer tractor that I'm probably going to be selling, but I may show that off. And got an old Ranger. It's been a great toy for us. And anyway, we'll just kind of see where this goes. But just showing the unconventional life out here in Oklahoma, living on a plane farm, just raising some cows, playing with some airplanes, some tractors, maybe building a few projects, probably show using some tractors out here. I've got a kind of a new toy, this brush cutter. It's a 15-foot batwing, and I may go out and show y'all what it's like to shred up some trees and just different pasture, kind of doing some cleaning, and what it's like to maintain a grass runway if you've got your own. It's got its own different challenges that come along with just mowing and keeping it looking good and able to be able to land an aircraft on it. So that's going to be a project. And if there's anything you're interested in seeing me video out here, I'm open for suggestions. I'm still kind of learning this whole thing, and I may not think about what people are interested in, but if there's something you want to see, just leave it in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. Here's the cows out here, and it's really muddy right now because we've had quite a bit of ice recently, and so we're having to feed them hay, and they're just making a mess of the pastures. Anyway, I guess that's about all I've got for this video. Subscribe, like, let me know what you're thinking, and we'll see you next time. This has been PlaneFarm.